guys, in a few hours time I'm going to run through my predictions for you. And you grab my notes. I predict that the winners will be The New Day, Randy Orton, Ronda Rousey, The Miz, Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler and Samoa Joe. They're my predictions. If that's what you want to know, then you can end the video now and it's all cool. But if you want me to go into a little bit of detail as to why I think some of these will happen, I will treat you with forth. Right, so The New Day, I think it's pretty obvious. New Day have only just won the titles. It will be on the pre-show. I think there might be a little bit of nonsense with Rusev and Aiden English. I predict, I think New Day retain as the champions, move forward. There's plenty of good tag teams. I think the next tag team will probably be the Club to face the New Day. We've seen the Bar and New Day recently. We've seen Usos and New Day recently. I think it's the Club's time to shine. Although they might have to dip back into being a bit heelish again because there's been a bit of a twin recently, but there we go. Orton and Jeff Hardy. This one I was unsure about because I don't know if Jeff's doing this just so he can fucking jump off or something, but I think in a good way for Orton to get more heel heat would be to prevent Jeff from the jump or the swanton bomb or whatever the fuck he's going to do, because that's going to get some major heat on people. Or if Jeff still wants to do something stupid, have Orton make him make a mistake. I don't mean Jeff jump off and Orton just move. I mean Orton chuck Jeff off or something along those lines. I don't think, not necessarily a la Mankind, but Orton do something where he either prevents Jeff from getting the jump and from getting the reaction from the crowd to get Orton heat, or he'll do something that involves him making Jeff fall off the cell or something like that. Kind of with Kevin Owens taking that bump not too long ago, I kind of think maybe, plus Jeff's already banged up from what, I mean, he's seen banged up for a little while. He's been hiding it really well recently. Unless he's healed, I don't actually know, of course. But I think if he is still hurt, taking a big bump off the top of the cell isn't going to do him any favours in recovery. So I think Orton's going to win this. I think Jeff winning it and then doesn't progress anyone. Orton's downhill. Orton, I don't see Nakamura fit into this storyline at all. I can't believe, as well as a side note, that the Intercontinental title and the US title have been forgotten about so much recently. I was going to do a video about it, but I forgot. I hadn't enough time, so I don't think Nakamura's going to get involved. It doesn't make any sense for him to, because Orton and Nakamura doesn't make any sense. They're both pretty good heels at the minute. Both fairly fresh heels. Obviously Orton's a bit fresher, but so yeah, so I think Orton's going to win. Ronda Rousey's going to win because she's Ronda Rousey. I imagine she's going to squash the shit out of Alexa Bliss because she doesn't know how to do a proper wrestling match yet. That's one thing like that. I think Alexa Bliss, hopefully I'd rather it be pretty much a Ronda squash. I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt Alexa too much because of Alexa's done enough, I think, for it to not really affect her. And also I think that if they prolong it, the only way they can prolong it is with some fucking nonsense. I'm really not interested in seeing that, so I'd rather just Ronda just squash shit over. I think The Miz and Maurice will win, because I think The Miz will get his comeuppance in a one-on-one match against Daniel Bryan later down the line. I kind of think that Maurice is going to get the pin on Brie here, because it leaves Miz and Bryan not getting a pin on each other. But it still counts as, Miz can still sell it as a Miz and Maurice winning it, and more importantly, a Daniel Bryan loss to The Miz. So that's why I think it'll be The Miz and Maurice. And they can use it on TV for a little while to come as well. Next, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman. This one I'm unsure about because I don't want Roman to lose, because I don't want to have to go through another. I'm sick to death of having Roman chasing that Universal title. I can't deal with him losing it yet. I also don't like the thought of a Money in the Bank cash-in not successfully getting a champion. But the fact that it's a pre-empted cash-in, is that right? It might be right, I don't know. It's a cash-in that's been, arranged rather than a surprise. It hit, I don't know. But I think Roman will. I think Roman will retain. How he will retain, I don't know. If it's a no contest, I'll be a bit pissed off. I think we've seen enough of them. I don't know if they'll want Roman beating Braun clean. I don't know. But I think Roman will retain the title either way. Charlotte and Becky. This one was a bit difficult. But I watched the What Culture video. And Simon Miller said something about, what did he say? About a double turn, which I really could see. And I think the best way to get a double turn is to have Charlotte retain, and just in just a dick move manner, and Becky gradually becomes more of a face throughout the match. Actually, no, a double turn where Charlotte becomes more of a heel throughout the match. I think that would be the best way of doing it. I think the crowd is too behind too behind Becky at the minute. I think a Becky win, you're just going to lead to a massive amount of cheers. She's not the reaction they're going for, I don't think. So I think Charlotte should retain, and maybe Becky wins at the Women's Evolution thing. That's what I think. McIntyre Dolph versus Seth and Dean Ambrose for tag titles. The Raw tag titles. Dolph and Drew retaining these because they've only just won the titles, like the New Day situation. And Seth is already Intercontinental Champion, which he seems to have forgotten about, to be honest with you. Even the what's it called? When they got the promo picture of the Seth and Dean, even his title doesn't look like it's an actual photo shoot. He's like, oh shit, yeah, Seth's champion now. Better fucking Photoshop that IC belt in there just to remind people. So I think going forward, I think Drew and Dolph are going to retain the titles at Hell in a Cell. I think in the very near future, Seth will have an Intercontinental Open Challenge or something, and whoever comes out to face him, Seth will lose, probably with a Dolph and Drew interference causing him to lose the title. And then him and Dean can then focus on McIntyre and Dolph in the Raw Tag Title picture. So yeah, we need to get that IT belt off Seth because he doesn't seem to care about it anymore. Now with Seth, these Shield buddies are back. And the last match, Mojo and AJ Styles, I think that AJ's been an incredible champion. He's one of my favourite wrestlers. I've heard talk that Vince wants AJ to break Punk's record, but I think the best decision here is to have Smojo win it. Smojo's been a fucking piece of shit recently, and it's been awesome to watch. And I think the fact that he's got the psychological advantage on AJ, I think they should really also, how the fuck is this match not in the actual Hell in a Cell itself? This is by far the most poignant storyline, the most violent storyline, the most cruel storyline we've got on the pay-per-view at the minute. And he's not. This is the sort of match that should be in Hell in a Cell. It should. Why it isn't, I don't fucking know. But I think Smojo will get the win. AJ had a great run, but I think it's time to change. I think Smojo, the work he's been doing, it'd be a good match, it'd be a great match probably. And this won't be the main event, so I think this might be the match that steals the show. But it depends what Jeff and Orton do. Yeah, the Jeff and Orton might steal the show, but it'll be based around the whatever cage or cell spot they decide to do with those two. But Joe's winning the title, if you ask me. Yeah, that's the reasons I've given for my predictions. I'm not saying to watch it. I'll watch it on Monday if we get a chance. But for the most part, I think it could be a good show. But we could theoretically get a good Raw week in and week out, but we don't do it. So we'll see. Right, let me know what you think, and hope you enjoy it.